Oprah Winfrey had spent decades inspiring millions with her words, wisdom, and personal journey. But there was one piece of her past she had long forgotten, a journal she had kept during her early struggles, filled with dreams, fears, and reflections before fame found her. One afternoon, while visiting her childhood home in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, she decided to explore the attic, a place she hadn't set foot in for years. Dust floated in the air as she carefully stepped over old furniture and stacked boxes filled with memories of a life she had left behind. She ran her fingers over the faded labels on each box, reminiscing about the past. Then in the corner, partially hidden under a pile of old blankets, she spotted a worn-out leather-bound book. Curious, she picked it up and blew off the dust. The pages, yellowed with age, crinkled softly as she turned them. It took her only a moment to recognize the familiar handwriting. It was her own, Oprah's personal journal from decades ago, filled with thoughts from a time when she was just a young woman with dreams too big for the world around her. As Oprah sat cross-legged on the wooden attic floor, she read entries she had long forgotten. Some pages were filled with frustration, self-doubt, and heartbreak. Nights spent wondering if she was good enough, if she would ever be seen or heard. Others were filled with hope and determination, little affirmations she had written to keep herself going. One day I will have a voice that reaches millions. I will tell stories that matter. I will rise above my struggles and help others do the same. She smiled at the innocent confidence of her younger self, realizing how much of what she had written had come true. It felt surreal to read words that had unknowingly shaped her future, as if the journal had been a secret blueprint of her destiny. As she continued reading, she found a page that made her pause. It was from one of her darkest days, after being fired from her first television job as a news anchor. The words were scribbled in frustration. "Maybe I'm not meant for this. Maybe I should stop trying." Oprah took a deep breath. She remembered that feeling all too well, the crushing disappointment, the fear that she wasn't enough. But now, sitting here with a lifetime of achievements behind her, she wished she could reach back in time and tell her younger self, "Don't give up. You have no idea how much you're capable of." Determined to share this discovery, Oprah brought the journal onto her talk show a few weeks later. As she held up the worn book to the audience, she spoke with heartfelt emotion. "This," she said, flipping through the pages, "is proof that words have power, that what we write, what we believe, shapes the life we create." The audience listened in silence as she read aloud one of the most hopeful entries. "I am not there yet, but I will be." A tear rolled down her cheek as she closed the book. She had written those words when she was struggling, when success seemed like an impossible dream, and now standing in front of millions, she knew she had arrived. But more importantly, she knew that her story, her struggles, her triumphs, could inspire others to believe in their own dreams. The Lost Journal wasn't just a collection of pages, it was a time capsule of resilience, proof that dreams, when spoken and believed in, can come true. The story of Oprah's discovery spread quickly, and people all over the world were moved by her words. Inspired by her journey, many began writing in their own journals, setting intentions for their futures, just as she had done all those years ago. For Oprah, finding the journal was more than just a trip down memory lane. It was a reminder of how far she had come and how much further she could still go. Because sometimes all it takes is looking back to see just how powerful believing in yourself can be.